Welcome to Bay Area Vista. I'm Janice Edwards. We're on location with guest co-host Charleston Pierce for KBLX's Path to Success. Charleston, thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
This is going to be a great day. Over 100 students from the Oakland Unified School District are coming to hear from professionals. They want to learn how they can take steps for their career success. Charleston, when you think back to being 16 years old, what did you want to do and what helped you get to where you are now?
Wow. We're talking about a long time ago. I think I love the entertainment industry. It was exciting, it was challenging, and once I decided to do it, and I found out that was something that I can excel at, I committed to it. So commitment, having passion with that commitment, and finding people that are in the same industry, that are more experienced, and that can really give me support and encouragement. Because you need a coach, you need help, you need people that are successful that can really guide you. Because you can't make it by yourself.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that is so important. I know I learned about setting goals, but had no idea that that would take me to what I've been able to do. I've been blessed to do, and that's what these students are going to learn today as well. So KBLX had a vision. It's a path to success, and in partnership with the Zoo, the Oakland Unified School District, it's all going to happen. So join us. Bay Area Vista is coming up next.
Bay Area Vista, featuring KBLX Cares Path to Success, is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente and McDonald's.
Bay Area Vista, Vista. Bay Area Vista.
And welcome to Bay Area Vista. I'm Janice Edwards with our guest host, event producer, model extraordinaire, Charleston Pierce. Good to have you with us.
Good to be here. Hey, hey, hey.
We are here on location where KBLX, The Quiet Storm, has created an event called Path to Success for 100 high school students from the Oakland Unified School District. It's going to be a great day with a lot of businesses here to help students figure out what their career choices are. And right now we want to bring in a man who had a vision for this, Barry Rose. Barry, how are you? Thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Tell me about the idea for Path to Success and why this is important to you personally to have these students here today.
Well, we wanted to give something back to the community, and we sat around and said, what is it exactly that we as a radio station can do? And it just, everything came back to education and help with career paths. We wanted to touch not seniors, but juniors in high school who are looking for something to do with their lives, who aren't sure that they don't get enough direction at home, or maybe they're not sure what path to take. Well, today we've put 20 companies out here. Actually, it's 10 schools and 10 companies who have programs. They have internships. They've got job opportunities. They're going to give them some direction today, and we're just thrilled with the turnout, and the Oakland Unified School District made these 100 kids available, and the companies that are participating.
Yeah, so we look forward to it as well. It's almost time for the welcoming rally, so Barry, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
We'll see you inside.
Absolutely.
All right, so join us. That's coming up.
My name is Deanna Roberts, and I'm working with KBLX. They put together this wonderful program for you today called Path to Success. So we have a few exciting things going on. You start here today in the beginning of the morning, and then you're going to go meet some incredible companies. Now, when you go down to meet the companies, you want to make sure that you talk with them, find out what opportunities they have. Anybody looking for some internships during the summer or a job? Raise your hand. Anybody? Okay, see? So that's a good thing on why you're here today. So come on, you got to come show me. Now, where's your card? Where's your card? Hold your card up for me. Okay, so this is the card you have today. This is gold because KBLX has some awesome giveaways and prizes today. And if you get all of your stamps on there, make sure you get your name on there, so chaperones, make sure they have their names on before you turn it in. Then we're going to be drawing your name for prizes today. And we have some incredible prizes, and Kimmie's going to tell you all about that.
Thank you, Deanna. Hello, Oakland. You guys look fantastic. Now I'm going to say, at one point in time, I was pretty much sitting in that chair. I had no idea what I was going to do, but I knew I liked to talk. So a friend of mine asked, so what are you going to, well, what careers invoke something as simple as talking? I said, well, what about being a hairdresser? I said, look at me, and I'm left-handed. I can barely draw a straight line, so that was out of the question. And what about TV? Well, I had no experience in TV, it was intimidating at the time, and I just said, no, no, no. Then they said radio. The biggest light bulb went off in my head. I had been singing my whole life, I was in church choirs, school choirs, so it just made sense. So I went to a hip hop station in San Francisco, and I said, are you guys hiring for the promotions team? And they said, yes, they are. I got my foot in the door. I didn't get a paycheck for almost a year. I stand here now 10 years later as the music director at KBLX. Woo! So basically what I do, when you turn the radio on, I put the song there. So your next favorite song, I hear first, and then I give it to you. That's my job. So, young ladies and gentlemen, I would love to bring up a Bay Area personality and local favorite, Miss Janice Edwards.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm thrilled to be here. How you doing? Good, you look fabulous. As Kimmie said, thank you. My name is Janice Edwards. I'm a television talk show host and executive producer of a show called Bay Area Vista. And actually, you're on camera today because we are doing a special Bay Area Vista about the path to success. So you're all TV stars, okay? And we're excited to have you here because you're going to have a fantastic opportunity to learn about the next steps to take. Kimmie was sharing a little bit about her story. I'm going to share a little bit about mine and bring up a fabulous friend of mine who is an amazing model event producer named Charleston Pierce. You'll meet him in just a moment. But I'll tell you that when I was 16, I used to do a radio talk show, and I didn't know what I wanted to do either. I knew I liked to watch TV and write stories, but I found out that if I kept moving toward goals and talked with people, didn't listen to those who said, oh, don't even think about it, that I would find my way. You can do it. The dreams inside of you have a place in this world, and that's what we're talking about today. So I want to bring up a friend of mine, my first ever co-host on Bay Area Vista. I've been in a couple of movies, he's been in movies, he's done amazing things. His name is Charleston Pierce. Let's give him a welcome.
If you're feeling good today, make some noise. If you're a star today, make some noise. All right. I want to make sure I'm at the right place. Am I in Oakland? Yeah. Is this Oakland? Yeah. Let me hear some noise. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, this is beautiful. Up here on top of this hill, beautiful view. Now I think I was about 16 years old, and I started modeling. And I started modeling because this girl at school, it's always about women. This girl at school said, yo, we need you in the fashion show, but I was playing basketball, and I was like, I don't do fashion shows, I don't model. I'm a ball player. Anybody know J. Kidd? Charles Barkley, I played ball with those guys. I'm a ball player. So modeling was like, that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I did the show. I showed up, did the show. Because most of everything that you guys want to accomplish in life, you got to show up. So going back to me in high school, about to do this fashion show. Of course I wasn't going to do it by myself, so I brought my brother. Said, yo man, wants to be in the fashion show. Man, come on, do the fashion show with me. He goes, all right. We get our stuff together, we on the stage, coming out there nervous, butterflies and all that. Anybody ever get butterflies? Whew! Butterflies, man. So we out there, me and my brother, on the stage, about to model. Never modeled before in my life. Next thing we know, we start hearing, ah! Ah! We turn at each other, like, who are they screaming at? Man, ladies were screaming at us. So what did that do for me? Should I went from right here to right here. Yeah. I started walking. Next thing I know, man, I was in love with fashion. And from then, from many years ago, from high school, I modeled with people like Tyra Banks. Anybody know Tyra Banks? Yeah. Tyra Banks. Cindy Crawford, shows with big time stars. And it all started when I was around y'all age, not knowing what I wanted to do. But from then, I traveled around the country and got a chance to work with some amazing people. What does that have to do with you? You never know where life will take you, but you won't know unless you show up. Today you showed up. All of you showed up.
And now it is my pleasure to bring to you Councilwoman Desley Brooks. Please give her a warm welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's nice to see you all today. I'm one who believes in theme songs. Anybody got a theme song? Keisha Cole? I ain't through it. Good, good. One of mine is Nicki Minaj. This is my moment, because this is your moment. And really think about it. Today you've been selected to participate in a program where they're going to expose you to all kinds of opportunities. You're a young person with your life in front of you. You have the chance to do anything you want to do. And so what this conference is about today is about seeing what that thing is that excites you. Because at your age, you ought to be figuring out what's that thing that you have a passion about. If you're passionate about something and you decide to do that as a living, then you'll never have to work a day in your life because you'll do the thing that you love. And so don't sit up and play games today. Think about what you want to do for the rest of your life. And there may be something that you're getting ready to go to out here, one of these businesses that you're going to see, that's going to remind you of that thing that's your passion. Look for it. Look for it. This is your moment. Don't let anybody take that away from you. This is your moment.
The welcome rally was incredible. Now the students get down to business, talking with business people and college counselors about their next steps on their path to success.
But it's about the benefits that we offer as well. Awesome.
Don't let anybody tell you you can't learn.
It's a great alternative to a traditional school.
They're coming to you for something and you're giving it to them, whether it's a hamburger at McDonald's or a ticket at Marine World or whatever, you're providing service.
How can, with the paid summer experience, like how can you tell me more about it?
Yeah, so if you're in a four-year college or a junior college about to transfer, you can apply to the program and you will come work every summer at Kaiser Permanente if you've been selected.
Calvin McFarlane is the program administrator for the summer internship program at Kaiser Permanente. Calvin, what have you talked to the students about today?
Opportunities we have over the summer at Kaiser Permanente for high school and college students so that they get introduced to healthcare careers in the healthcare industry, particularly with Kaiser Permanente.
If you think back to when you were a student this age, what was most important for you in terms of your path to success?
Probably most important was probably making money to buy, school clothes or tennis shoes or something like that at that age, and probably knowing that I had a supporter, someone that was an advocate for me and wanted to see me succeed. And once I had a couple of people who facilitated that and supported me through my efforts, I definitely felt like I was on the right path.
What do you look for in the students that would indicate to you that these are students that you'd want to bring on board? What are the important attributes that you consider that they should have?
Strong communication skills, a professionalism, a certain amount of respect and leadership, an ability to speak up and ask for what they need and be able to articulate that clearly to me.
Harry Payne is a mortgage consultant with Wells Fargo, and I want to ask you, what do you think is the most important thing that the students need to do after today to really take those next steps for a successful future?
Hopefully they're going to take away the things that were said to them today, such as those stepping stone items I was mentioning, where to apply, what kind of positions to apply for that will help them lead to them, their ultimate career goals. And so hopefully that's what they're going to walk away with. The stepping stones.
Starla Spencer is a human resources consultant with McDonald's who's been talking with the students about preparing for their future and really along the way just continuing to develop. What is specifically, I heard you talking with them about your career path. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. I started as a crew person when I was 16 years old. And a lot of times when people think about McDonald's, they think, oh, we can't have a career, or there's no career in McDonald's, when in fact that's not true at all. I've been with McDonald's for 28 years, and again started actually as a maintenance person in a restaurant in Fortuna, California.
So how did you develop from there?
Sure. You know, I found I had a love for working with people, working with serving food, and my operator, I guess, saw some talent, and along the way I continued to move up the ranks to crew trainer, to assistant manager, restaurant manager, and then the different ranks along the way.
Whatever path the students take, what do you consider the most important thing that you can share with them today?
You know, whatever they decide to do, it's to stay focused, it's to get involved, it's to be a part of a team, whether it's a team at McDonald's, it's a sports team, but really, you know, stay motivated, and whatever you do, put your whole heart into it.
Lola Allen and Clancy Cochran are with A Safe Place, which helps deal with domestic violence and offer shelter for those who are fleeing domestic violence situations. Lola, why was it important to be out here to talk with teens today?
It was important to be out here because in domestic violence, we also have teen violence. And for us, it is important to start with the entire family, not just the women. You know, mothers are usually the head of the households, you know, in underserved communities. So you also have teens who need support along with their moms. Clancy and I have worked with A Safe Place. Clancy does the teen violence. So we thought that there's no separation. The connection is definitely between the parents and the children.
Clancy, what have you had a chance to talk with the students about today, and what kind of questions have they asked you?
Well, I haven't gotten so many questions today, but what I've been telling them about is our annual walk against teen dating and domestic violence, our annual event that comes up in October at Lake Merritt, and it's a big community event, so encouraging them to come out, volunteer, and learn more about the issue, you know, and just kind of giving them a little bit of introduction to A Safe Place and what our organization does to combat teen dating and domestic violence.
So a lot of times we are focused on the young women saying get out of situations, but what's the message for the young men who might be the ones perpetrating violence?
Well, I think there's a message for young men who are perpetrating, and then also a message for young men who might also be victims of domestic violence or teen dating violence, and it's to speak out and get educated. For the people who are perpetrating, to realize that they need to respect their partners, especially in teen dating violence, and, you know, things are breaking down, just take a step back. So we don't want anyone to be in any trouble. We want everybody to be safe, you know. So if people are being perpetrators or if they are being victims, either one needs to get help in order for them to be able to have a bright future.
Anything that you want to own, anything you want to be successful in, you got to embrace it and let it be a part of you.
Have you learned anything today that's been interesting?
Wild Tech, because I like anything to do with cars, and I was telling you about how I have a Mustang in my garage, and I was wondering if I can put the engine in instead of having somebody else do it, so I want to learn how to do that.
So far we've gone through the metal area where all the vendors are, and our students had the opportunity to go through and talk to different representatives of different organizations. And I think the best thing they got out of it is just to see what different opportunities are available for them. So whether it's colleges or jobs or different type of fields that they can be interested in, it exposed them to things that they weren't familiar with prior to today.
So even though they're going to the School of the Arts and they're training for certain careers, what are your thoughts about hearing about all these other opportunities, how that might impact them for the future?
So all of our doctors, all of our lawyers, all of our teachers, almost all of them have a background in the arts. So the arts is just a part of enriching your life, enhancing your life, and giving you another skill set that you can fall upon or enjoy and make your life more enjoyable. So we expect all of our students, very few of them will major in the arts. Most of them will go into fields that have nothing to do with the arts. But the arts enrich them. They help them learn, help them grow, help their minds develop.
When you look at your school and the particular challenges that the students are facing just because of life, the economy, and growing up now in this age, what do you consider the most difficult things they have to address?
I think options and opportunities. I think, you know, there's a whole lot of things we could focus on, all the deaths in our community. We could focus on the lack of jobs for our parents, you know, the unaffordable quality housing for our young people. But I think opportunities is the thing that they need the most. So the more opportunities we provide our young people, the more we expose them to different colleges, universities, mentors, tutoring, all the type of resources that are available to us, and they're actually there. We just have to do a better job of bringing the young people and the resources together. And if we can do that, our students will be much, much more successful.
She's been around since 1922. And no, I wasn't born back in 1922. And
We're talking with John Lemansky, Director of Human Resources at the Oakland Zoo. He's been speaking with the students here from KBLX's Path to Success about their path. What have you tried to impart to the students today, John?
Basically that, you know, keep your head up high. It's a tough market right now, and these are young kids who are struggling against there's a lot of people in the world right now who don't have a job in this country that don't have a job. So you got to maintain a positive attitude, be polished, be ready to work, and you know, be your own advocate. Basically, that's what I want them to know.
Too Short is the surprise guest for the students this afternoon. So we're in the back room before he goes out to give them some words of advice. What are you going to talk to the students about today?
Well, you know, it's you know, they're up high school age and getting ready to enter the world, and you know, hopefully be successful and independent. And you just kind of, I think back to when I was that age and how I would be, you know, thinking a little wayward, kind of like, you know, not necessarily focused on how serious the next few years of your life are after, you know, when you end in high school and going into college or whatever you're going to do, going into adulthood. But I just remember how, you know, a lot of people had a lot of advice for you, and you kind of, you look back. At the time, I would think like, you know, some of it sounded good, and some of it I'd be like, you know, what do you know? You know, you're thinking like an adult, even though you're still developing.
Please welcome to the stage your very own Too Short in the house.
Well, you know, I kind of, I was, you know, there was no blueprint for what I was doing. There was nobody, no E40, no Too Short that put it down, and I was like, this is how you're supposed to do it. I was just kind of, you know, finding my way through it. Just like, you know, like I said, you're going to live life, and you're going to see that. A lot of people got a lot of advice for you, but you got to take in the information, process it properly, and put it down. So, you know, what happened with me was I hooked up with an independent label, and it was, the business wasn't right, and you know, the money wasn't right, but it was a real good learning experience. And then I kind of checked myself probably like, you know, like I said, like 8 years into the career, I put the, you know, myself in check, and I'm like, look, you got to take care of your business. So from that point on, I was taking care of my business as much as possible. I would let everything go through me, as far as, you know, things that were going on with me, everything. So I would know every dime, every business action, every meeting. I was involved. Like, you could get in my position, and I've seen a lot of people do it. You get in the music game, it could be in sports or whatever, and you get to that point where everybody's checking for you, your game is hot, your songs is hot, and you on point. So at that point, you look at yourself and go, hey, I made it, I'm cool. But really, that's the wrong attitude. Like, once you get your foot in the door doing something successful, you need to tell yourself right now, at that moment, I'm about to work harder than I ever worked to even get here, to stay here. I'm like, the best rapper, the best recording artist is the one with the best work ethic, you know what I mean? You can't be Mac Dre without making 100,000 songs. You know, he made a lot of songs. All right, y'all, let's keep it positive, man. I hope y'all had a good time up here, man, and just remember, it's all on you, baby.
You guys give it up for Too Short.
Some light bulbs have gone off. I mean, just between the experiences from, you know, Too Short telling his story from the streets and just hearing, you know, an account executive telling his story. I mean, we struck a chord with these kids. You know, they walked in not knowing what to expect, but it was just surprise after surprise after surprise. And I have to tell you, I feel good about what they learned too, because I learned something as well. I mean, that the generation gap is not that big. You know, we've come out here all day and we can make a difference as long as we communicate with each other. We can get it done. And I think it's just the methods of communication, and we found a way to relate with these children. And, you know, we really set them on a path to success. I feel so good about today's event.
What an incredible event. The students have left inspired. I've been inspired by the day. How about you?
I want to be young all over again.
Well, you are. You're young at heart, and you look fabulous, darling, too.
Thank you so much. It was fun. It's a blast, and the kids were inspired, and we feel good about that, and just feel great to be here. And I know you guys love the show. The show's just great.
Yeah, the show has so much information, as a matter of fact, that we've decided we have to include it in another Bay Area Vista. So you'll have part 2 of KBLX Cares Path to Success that will also feature more interviews from this collaborative event with the Oakland Unified School District, Oakland Zoo, the Quiet Storm, and the companies who were here. So all of that information is available. If you'd like more from KBLX, those details are on our screen right now. And if you'd like to contact Charleston Pierce, here's how to get in touch with him.
CharlestonSF.com.
Okay, it's on the screen. Thank you again for joining us.
I love it. I love it. I love kids. I love being here, and it's just almost fun. This is great.
And when you respect you and know who you are, that you're kings and queens.
But if you're prepared for the moments, that's what allows you to, to take the experiences that you have and use them to get to where you want.
I think the one thing that's probably paramount is the focus upon education, not only as they're nearing completion for their high school graduation, but also keeping in the whole mindset of staying focused as they progress into the next stage of their life.
Well, I think it's really important for them to understand the value of education, the value of learning math and science, where technology is in the future, how they are our future in technology.
How often do you normally practice?
Maybe 2 or 3 days. No, we can't do that. We got to change that. Am I right? Yeah. You got to practice.
We want to thank you for joining us, and thanks for all that you do to make our Bay Area the great place that it is. Please join us again next time. We look forward to seeing you then. For details about anything that you saw on today's show, BayAreaVista.com.
Bay Area Vista, featuring KBLX Cares Path to Success, is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente and McDonald's.
Bay Area Vista.